Hey Saners, welcome to the round 20 review. St Kilda versus Carlton, Friday night football. Final score, Saints 81, I think, to Carlton 112, to be honest. When they got 50 points up, that's when I checked out. It was a big game for us, a chance to make finals, or at least, to make the top 8. We win, we would have been 8th for the night, which would have been nice, better than nothing. And we lose by 31. Our percentage takes a hit. And Carlton are now, I think, only a couple of points outside the top 8, and we are pretty much done for the year. So, the worst part of it was we got players back that excited us. I was pumped for it. Highmore, Marshall, Higgins, Clark. Great to have them back. And then, we lose Dougal Howard. Hunter Clark goes off because he's had a bad hit. Brad Hill spends a lot of the time on the bench in the second half. And our field kicking was absolutely deplorable. We could not hit a target. I think in the first quarter, our kicking efficiency was 30%. But the most damning thing for me was the amount of easy ball the Carlton players got outside the contest. They always had a player free defensive side, and we never manned them. And they would just get the easy handball out the back, player running on the inside, whether it was on the wing side or the centre side, and they got their handball receive, and then from that point on, it was just an easy kick inside the 50, and it was under no pressure. Our pressure was non-existent. I don't know what the tackle numbers were. I know Jack still laid 8 in the first quarter. I don't know what he finished with, but he started on fire in the tackling department, and King started on fire to kick 3 in the first on Wiedering. I thought, all right, we're on here. We're looking good. Give it to King all day long. He's going to eat it up and he's going to kick straight. We're going to win. But the back line was just a shambles. Mackay in, Curnow in, particularly Mackay. To see him, and Wilkie going head-to-head at times was terrifying. And I know that was because Dougal was off the ground, but that just shows the lack of depth in the back half. Claverino would have been handy at this point. Highmore played. Caulfield was dropped, I believe. It would have been handy to have him in the team. Dean Kent was average. Paul Hunter did what Paul Hunter does. He tries hard. But that wasn't the issue. We lost Paddy before the game, but that was not the issue. I think we won the hitouts by over 40, but they won clearances. We just didn't work hard enough. And this is just something that's been happening all year for us. We don't know what St Kilda is going to turn up, whether it's the good one or the shit one. And the worst thing about tonight was I was optimistic, and every time I'm optimistic about a game, particularly when it's an important game and it's a prime time game, we let ourselves down. And that's exactly what happened. Players out there in the third term in particular, when we went 50 points down to Carlton, 50 Saners, they looked like they dropped their heads. And the fact that BT in commentary said, I don't want to say anything, but I think the Saints might have, they might be waving the white flag. And I'm like, PT, you've just said it anyway. We're all thinking it, but you've said it. Has a commentator said anything about that, about a club this year, no matter the result? I feel like we're the only club that puts our supporter base through that look like they've given up. And they did. And wow, we made it, a bit of a run on in the fourth term, and Membry kicked a couple, and we brought it back to about 20 points, 24 points, I think it was, before a late goal to Carlton. But the damage was done. It papered over the cracks. We just didn't play the way we all expected, To me, the positive of the game is also the negative of the game. And that was to see Connolly, Burns, and even Sharman come on and kick 2 in a game. And look like he wants to present to the ball, kick straight, He looked confident in his ability. To see them, like Connolly, there were passages where he was almost too quick for his teammates. Like when he broke through a few tackles, took a few bounces, and then handballed to Seb Ross, who wasn't looking. You just wonder, is the rest of the team even switched on? What was Seb? Some people might blame Connolly for that handball, but I think that he was being aggressive and expected Seb to be switched on and to be looking for the handball, receive, running into space, and he wasn't. And I think that was our game tonight. We weren't connecting from back half like we'd love to. I think the loss of Sinclair hurt us more than we thought leading into it. I put, not the pressure, but I put the focus on Brad Hill to have a big game, because without Sinclair there to generate that speed and rebound off half back, it was really on Brad Hill to do the job. And he was well held tonight. He did some nice things, Bradley, but it wasn't one of his best games, but it was definitely not one of his worst games. I think that we just dropped our heads. And I said it to Terry from Blue Abroad yesterday when we previewed the game, that if Carlton bring the heat, there's every chance that we'll drop our heads and go back into our shells. And that's what we did. They brought the heat. They got over 70 tackles and we cracked. There was only a handful of players that looked like they wanted to be there. And that was Jack Steele, Zach Jones. I thought Jimmy Webster tried his heart out. I'm probably missing a few. Tim Membry, Rowan Marshall, you can't discount Rowe. He does his best. Although you just wonder if Paddy plays, whether the result could have been different. But it was just structurally, we were just a mess. And what I wonder is, what did Rats say at halftime? Because we didn't come out a better team. And the worrying thing is, did the players believe him in his tactics? And I've had this discussion with Joycey, but are they so focused on doing what Rats says that even when shit hits the fan during a quarter, they won't change their ways to, stop the momentum of the opposition because Rats hasn't said it? Are they waiting for the instruction? And if so, that's a problem. We need players, we need the leadership group on field to be able to make those executive calls, that if something's going wrong, even if the coach says not to do something, you do it because you want to win and you need to stop the bleeding. But tonight, we let Carlton kick, I think, 5 goals in a row a couple of times. We kicked the first goal of the game within a minute, and then from then on, it was a shootout in the first quarter, and they took over in the second and third. We made a late run for it, which wasn't really realistic, and the game was done. It was a nothing game. We turned a game that should have been a big Friday night win against a team that's been playing below expectations, especially last week when they lost to North. They've been under the heat from the media, which everyone knows. So the players knew going into this game that Carlton were going to bring the heat, but they looked shocked when the first bounce went. We turned it into a game that should have been a big win and a percentage booster and a chance for us to be in the top 8 at the end of this round, to a Friday night horror show that ends our season, and we're all here sitting here thinking, what the hell are we doing? And the next 3 weeks are going to be, I love going into games when we're a chance for finals, because it gives you a reason to really get emotional about games and get invested. But if you think chance for the rest of the year to make finals, then I guess the rest of the next 3 weeks are going to just be nothing games, dead rubbers. But I don't want it to be like that. I want us to buck the trend. I hate that after games like tonight, we get trolls on Saints TV. The club gets trolls. We're going to get, hopefully not, but we're probably going to get Saints messaging players like Brad Hill and just commenting about their own game and talking crap there. There's going to be so much negativity around the club, and I thought we were done with that in the first 10 weeks, and our defence for the last 5 weeks has been number 2 in the league behind Geelong. And tonight we conceded over 110 points to Carlton. And I'm not taking anything away from Carlton. They played pretty well tonight. They played much better than I expected, much better than they played against North. And they lifted for their coach, and that was a question mark I had over them, was do they want to play for David Teague? And the answer tonight was yes, they do. And for us, do we want to play for Brett Ratton? I would say the majority of the time we do, but there are times, and a lot of the time tonight, you wonder, what are they doing out there? What are they doing out there? We're trying to be too cute with the ball. We're trying to be too perfect, and we stuff the play. And what we do best, better than anyone in the competition, is give our opponents confidence. Carlton, if we had kicked the first 3 or 4 goals of the game tonight, their confidence would have been shot. They would have thought, well, we gave it our best chance, game over. They put their heads down, the game's on our terms. But what do? We give them a sniff. We give teams a sniff. We let them kick 2 or 3 in a row. Get Mackay into the game. Get Curnow an early goal. Let Walsh run around with no one tagging him. I don't know how that's even possible. Why couldn't we put anyone on him? He killed us. And we get the result we deserve. That's it. I can't sit here saying, oh, well, feel sorry for us, AFL world. We should have won that. Nah. Tonight we got what we deserved. And to be honest, the margin should have been more. We were shocking. Carlton were the much better team. And we have a lot of issues that we need to fix up. Obviously, Paddy Ryder being laid out hurt us. But I'm sick of hearing, even before the game, people were messaging me saying, oh, Paddy's out. We're going to lose. Oh, it's going to be tough. Even when we're playing Carlton, we need to become a team where no matter who's playing, no matter where we're playing, what time, whatever, we're there to win and we back ourselves. And right now we're too busy in our own heads being pessimists that we forget that we've got players that are capable. And there are a lot of players out there tonight that are fully capable. And we've seen it in games gone by and years gone by of playing very good football, A-grade level football. And tonight they didn't deliver it for us. And it's really frustrating. So I'm going to keep it short today, guys. The fan cams are up as well, I believe. If they're not, they will be soon. So I appreciate your support. Thanks again for everyone that joined me on the fan cams. It'd be great if anyone wants to join next week. Just message me. I'll send you the link after the game next week and you can hop on and have a chat. The podcast will be out Tuesday. As you can tell, it's pretty much, it's 12:45, it's nearly 1 a.m. And I just needed to get this off my chest because I'm really disappointed about the boys. And I know all of you watching are as well. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please comment them below. I'll respond to as many as I can. I love hearing everyone's thoughts. Everyone's got a different opinion on the club, but I think the one opinion we can all agree on, or the one fact we can all agree on right now, is that we blew a big chance tonight to keep our season alive against a team that was on the ropes. And we're all extremely disappointed at what was dished up. And it's going to take finishing strong to really repay the faith and get that respect back from the competition. Because when you claim that you want to be a finals team and you want to be a top 6 team, a premiership chance, and then you dish up a performance like tonight, well, of course, people are going to laugh at you and think you're a joke. So it's not a great way to start a weekend, but it is what it is. We go through the bumps, but hopefully at some point we'll go through the highs as well, Saners. So I appreciate everyone watching. Thanks again. Please like. If you haven't subscribed as well, please do. There'll be more content coming out. I'm trying to dedicate a bit more time to the YouTube channel, so there'll be more videos coming out that may not be live and may not be posted anywhere else. So if you want, subscribe here and you get notifications on all of those. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, guys, if you can. And I'll see you next week for the preview of the big game against Sydney. So thanks for watching, guys, and go you mighty Saners. Cheers, guys.